Duck Pixel here on my brand new phone. Not good.
Oh no,
Not good.
is it off to the edge or?
It's right here under the R. See that green pixel? I've tried massaging it out. I tried all these different tricks and it's not working. So I got to go to the Apple store and get another phone. It's not good.
I don't see a stuck pixel on my Samsung.
Yeah, I know.
Text sleep to 246-810 or go to getzquiet.com.
Writing a Christian book, you're doing an amazing thing, getting it all down on paper. But once you've got the manuscript, then what? Well, you can spend a year or more trying to find a publisher, or you can cut right to the chase. Make your book real with Zulon Press. Finding a publisher is time-consuming and uncertain. With Zulon Press, things are quick and definite.
38 house
specialize in one
package.
thing, helping Christian authors put their books in print.
That's a big
Zulon
package.
Press will publish your book. Zulon Press gets it into bookstores. Your book is on Amazon. Work with Zulon Press and there's no question. You
Oh, he's got all the addresses here.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook
Get your
on
free publishing guide from Zulon Press.
because
Just log on to
you're able to have
christianauthors.com.
the thing pop up and you shared it faster than it even pops up on mine.
I'm using Live Leap. I got it set up in my account, so it's now posting in like LinkedIn and all these different places.
Okay.
Same people who bring you this nifty radio
This is the kind of cool stuff when I actually have time to work on our business.
Yeah. I got it.
Represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station. It's time to get on the right path.
Oh, we're actually ready to go
Right
live,
Path
huh?
Real Estate Radio
Yeah.
with Tom Perry and Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today.
Here, slide over a little bit so you can get kind of chopped.
And I got my shirt on today. My awesome green shirt.
Nice.
Get ready. The guys that will put your fears behind you are on the air now. Their phone calls at
38 house
713-785-1817.
package.
Toll free 877-881-0271.
Oh.
Here's Tom and Jason.
All right, fellas, hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. JB and Tom Perry in the house, talking about real estate, starting about really your talking about your better future, your retirement. It's interesting because there's a show right before us that talks about investing in the stock market, how to become a trader. And you've probably met guys that want to be traders over the years, right?
I went to business school with a lot of them.
Yeah. And
Good luck with that.
And are they still doing that?
Well, you got to think what trading is a job,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And most of these guys that I know are professional traders. They're brokers. That's really what they are. I read a great article I shared with you guys a couple of weeks ago about a gentleman who's a trader. They call him Einstein. He looks like Albert Einstein. He's on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. And he admitted
Yeah.
that he does not trade. He doesn't own a single stock. And yet that's what he does for a living. I find that really fascinating. So
Well, he trades for other. Yeah, he's a broker.
he uses
right?
other money,
Yeah.
other people's money, right?
Yeah, but he's never bought his own stock, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
He's never owned any of his own stuff, which I find absolutely fascinating. So, in any case, so we're not. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. And we've got stuff in the stock market, but I don't day trade and all that.
But you know what they're talking
Stuff.
about on the show before us is how to build wealth, how to build income. You know, most people want more money. They want they either want more money for retirement or they want a better lifestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just think that it's better to do that through real estate, income producing properties primarily. Or, you know, if you're just getting started, you can wholesale, which we feel like is the hardest place to get started. There's plenty of gurus out there that teach, hey, get into wholesaling, you can do it, no money, no job, no credit. All you got to do is, find the property and then you sell it to another. Yeah, that's just not easy.
I did a Facebook Live yesterday. If you guys aren't following me on my Facebook page or on our Right Path page, you should. I usually do a video every day, and I did a video yesterday on income. And we work with a lot of high income individuals, and I'll tell you, I'm never impressed with people who make a lot of money. Like that just doesn't. Because here's the reality: most people make a lot of money, and they also spend a lot of money. Like I'm more impressed with the guy or gal that has got $10,000 a month in assets that produce income as opposed to going out and working to make a big income. Like that is always a lot more attractive to me, because the day you stop working is the day you stop getting paid, right? So I'm just not. It doesn't. You can go out and build, kind of like what we did. You can go out and build these huge businesses that make a lot of money, but the reality is what are you doing that for? I mean, it's great to run up the score, make a bunch of money, but the reality is, can you convert those active earned dollars into passive dollars, into dollars that, you work once, you acquire this asset, and in our case, we do it with single-family rental properties. You buy the single-family rental property, it produces cash month over month. Now, I'll tell you right now, it's not 100% passive, but it's pretty darn close. It's interesting how passive these things actually are. So now, in real estate investing, you've got to have a good mix of both. You're going to flip some houses. You're probably going to wholesale some houses. And then you're going to buy some buy and hold properties. And I think that's a healthy way to be active in this business. I wouldn't tell you to go pick one strategy over another. However, you want to be continually moving towards buying assets that produce cash over the long term.
And appreciate.
Yeah,
so
you
you're
absolutely
looking for cash flow and appreciation.
Well, the way I like to look at this is, there's really, some people, they'll say there's like a dozen ways that you make money in rental properties, and there's really only 4. The 5th one is iffy at best, but obviously make money on the cash. And let's back up for a second. When I talk about how to make money in real estate with single family real estate as rental properties, what I'm really talking about is, how do you calculate an IRR? How do you calculate the aggregate return? Because that's what's most important. A lot of people just look at cash on cash return, and that's not the ultimate metric. What I look at is, how much cash flow does it produce? How much appreciation can we predict? And yes, you can predict appreciation. How much depreciation do I get? And then the 4th thing is, how much of the principal balance is being paid off? And of course, that's a function of financing. So those are the 4 things that I look at when I calculate my return in single-family real estate. Now, the 5th one, and this is a little bit more challenging because it depends on how good you are at sales and marketing. That 5th one is, how much equity do I get day one when I buy that house? Right?
Equity capture.
Yeah,
right.
Equity capture day one when I buy it. Most real estate investors aren't very good at that piece. And that's okay, because there's these other 4 ways that you're actually making money or calculating return.
And even that one, what people oftentimes do is they look at what's it worth if I were to sell it, but they don't take out any kind of closing costs or any of those kind of sales costs on that.
Yeah, you'll see somebody, let's say $150,000 house, they're all in, out of pocket. Let's say they're out of pocket $15,000, and they have, quote, 10% equity.
Yeah.
I'm like, you really don't have 10% equity, because it's going to cost you $15,000. It's going to cost you about 10% just to sell that $150,000 asset. So that's why I say you got to be
the larger
really.
the portfolio gets, we run into a lot of folks that say, hey, I want to sell a big package of 100 houses at one time, and they want basically retail for all those properties. Well,
yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
That's another thing. There's a lot of these things that we teach that you're not going to hear from other real estate education companies, because I hazard a guess a lot of them aren't doing real estate. But one of those myths is, well, I'm just going to build this real estate portfolio of 100 houses, and then when I'm ready to go to, let's say, multifamily, commercial, whatever it is, I'm going to sell them all at once. I'm going to capture 100% of my equity, and then I'm going to 1031 exchange into this next asset. And I'm like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, right.
You can't 1030. You're not going to sell all 100 of those properties all at once for 100% retail. It just, in operation, doesn't work that way.
But you haven't seen my spreadsheet. It works.
Yeah, it works on a spreadsheet, and the guy on stage in front of the room tells me it works that way, so therefore it does. And I'm like, that's not how that will work. You'll have to piecemeal these things out. Leases will have to be, because the reality is a landlord's not going to pay 100% retail.
You're just a killjoy.
I am. I'm a well. Rush Limbaugh likes to say he's the mayor of Realville. I like to say maybe I'm the deputy mayor of Realville. Let's get into real. I'm mayor of Realville as it relates to real estate. So mayor of Realville says this is actually how it works in the real world, because this is how we've done it. So
maybe you're the land commissioner.
there we go. Yeah,
You're the
what
land
do we call it in Texas? That's the railroad commissioner,
Right.
right? In Texas, that
Yeah.
everyone thinks, oh, that's the guy that runs the railroad. And like, no, that's like the head real estate guy for the state.
Yeah.
is the commissioner for the railroad. So, in any case, it doesn't really work like that in the real world. And this is all the kind of stuff that we talk about at our introduction to income and wealth workshop that we do on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to interested in coming out to that, you just go to rightpathrealestate.com.
In fact, you're actually
You can
doing
sign-
it this Thursday.
I am doing it. I am doing it this Thursday.
That's right. So
It's the
that'll be tomorrow night.
And you know what? It's the first time I've done it. I'll be completely honest with the audience.
Yeah.
We teach I could teach the whole weekend retreat,
Right.
but I've never done the intro class before, so you guys just may get my favorite flavor of the weekend retreat for the intro class on Thursday night. So if y'all want to come see me Thursday night, I'm the one that's doing the show.
Yeah, go to
So-
rightpathrealestate.com, rightpathrealestate.com, register for the income and wealth free workshop, and you get to see JB in the flesh doing it for the very first time. Although it's a little bit like Einstein teaching a basic level physics class for the very first time. It's not,
Yeah.
I think he can handle it. Just the fact that it's his first time, I don't think he's gonna be too nervous.
When they ask him to say, "Hey, have you ever taught this undergrad science class?" No, I haven't taught it before, but we're about to find out what it's going to look
but
like.
I think he's going to be okay. So if you are getting started, like brand new, don't have the level of experience that you've got right now, you get one of those high income jobs, what would you do, if you were starting over and learning? What would be the first thing that you do?
In real estate or
Yeah, of
just in
course,
like
in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, step one is you got to get educated, right?
Mhm.
But even before, I want to call this pre-step because you kind of should know this beforehand, and that is, what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, start with the goal, right?
Let's start with the end in mind because real estate may not be the option for you. I mean, maybe you really want to day trade. Good luck with that. But anyway, so I would start with, hey, what am I trying to accomplish? Is it I'm trying to bring in X number of dollars, I want this much appreciation, in 5 years I want to be able to retire and I need this much amount of money per month and all. I would sit down and really, it's one of the homework assignments we give at our weekend retreat on Friday is, what is it you're trying to accomplish? Because I'll tell you what, if you go to any of these real estate educators, you go to the stock market guy, you go to the bond guy, you go to the Bitcoin dude to teach you how to make money in whatever asset
You can get
class
some
they're
great backpacks at those places.
You can get some great backpacks at these events, right? You can go to any of these guys, but I'll tell you what, and you and I have been to all these different real estate seminars.
We've got
right?
a lot of swag.
And we got a lot, yeah. We got a lot of swag from all these different seminars
right,
we've been to.
yeah.
And not
Some
one
really-
of these
some
guys.
cool pins.
Cool pins and the whole shit
You're
match.
right.
But none of these guys, not one of them ever asked, hey man, before you sign up for this class, what is it you're trying to accomplish? Because this class may not even be good to you. It may not be for you. Like, oh, I want to become a creative writer, so let's take an organic chemistry class. I mean, that's the college equivalent, right? What are you trying to accomplish? Let's start with
You
the
just sent
degree.
shivers down my whole body.
let's start with the degree plan first. Let's start with what we want to accomplish first. Then let's look at the courses we need to take to get there. So ask yourself before you step into one of these things, hey, what am I trying to accomplish? And then go to like a free event like we're doing on Thursday night and see if real estate is good for you. That's really that's why we do a free class. It's a good test, right? Well, most it costs you is an hour and a half. You're in and out. But if it seems like it's something you want to do, then come on out to our weekend retreat. But figure out what you want to do first.
Yeah, and here's what's interesting about that is we've been through this exercise with hundreds and hundreds of people now, if it's not thousands. And hey, where are you trying to get to? Well, see, what I want to do is I want to wholesale 5 or 10 houses this year so that the next year I'll have the capital to flip 5 or 10 houses so that then the next year I can buy and hold. And then wait, that's when we say where are you trying to get to, that's the vehicle, not the destination.
Yeah, I need the destination.
Yeah, so the destination is hey, I'm trying to get to $5,000 a month of income, or I'm trying to create $200,000 a year of income, or whatever that number is. I don't want to, I don't want to paint seagulls in your picture, but we'll talk more about that on the other side of the break. But I hear the music in the background. It means we're out of the time on the first segment. So you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. You can give us a call and ask questions about buy and hold, buy, fix, and flip, wholesaling. If you want to ask any of those kind of questions, Give us a call, 713-785-1817.
Mike's off.
All right.
Yeah, that's a beautiful house.
Yeah,
Taxes.
the one that Chris
Just the
Johnson
sound
just
of
did.
that word
Yeah.
makes people cringe. At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction.
Cannot
through
believe they're
asset
going for that
protection
much in that
for real
neighborhood.
estate investors throughout the country. Our unique
Yeah,
philosophy has CPAs,
he and
lawyers,
Fast Track did a great job on
bookkeepers,
that.
estate planners with one common goal: helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com, and don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance.
So LT says there
Simply don't
is
know
a
what you're
lockbox.
gonna get. The foundation
Okay.
repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license.
And I assume that's our standard lockbox
Yes,
code.
it is.
Utilizes
It
professional
is indeed.
engineers
Oh, there we
to
go.
Review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Okay.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as
So
little
helpful.
cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800.
I love when people ask for specific repairs. I'm like, just go look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
Real
going to
estate
happen.
Investors, if you're not familiar with Quest IRA, let me tell you what you're missing. We've got free weekly educational
The
classes,
Questies.
networking opportunities, and the ability to tap into trillions of dollars for your real estate investing deals. Come by our office or join us remotely as we simulcast
I
all
love
of our
how people are
educational
too
classes every Tuesday morning
lazy
and
to go and
evening.
look
For more
at
information,
what the
call us at
HOA is.
1-855
But Jason, there's no deals out there.
IRAs, or visit our website at questira.com.
Small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906.
Would I manage the rehab
or visit our
remotely? I think I'll
website,
pass.
jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you
30
don't know how much
seconds.
it's worth or more
Whatever.
importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisal.
Look, this is not only great cash flow, this is the best cash flow ever.
We understand that investors aren't just looking for
The best cash flow. My cash flow is better than most, probably all.
Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
This is business.
When should I go out there? I don't care, just buy it.
All right, gentlemen, we ready?
Okay.
Okay, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Ivan, thanks so much for that. He says you guys are awesome. I appreciate that. And lots of people said good morning to us, so thanks for all of that. And shooting straight with Jason and Tom. You know, we try and tell the truth. We've done a lot of deals. There's a lot of
Well, try and tell the truth.
Can you say BS? Yeah, I think you can say BS. And there's a lot of BS out there, right? I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of real estate guruing and not actually doing real estate. And, here we are, during the break, we're actually putting together flyers and things like that. We've gone back to some old school wholesaling. You're doing the marketing on the wholesale. I'm doing the sales. And, just keeping it fresh, right? Taking those phone calls. And it's amazing. It's... You know
what's funny is it hasn't changed.
No, right.
It hasn't changed in the last 5 years. That's what I think's so funny. I get the same. We're wholesaling. I don't even know if I should say this on the radio. So we're wholesaling 38 houses right now. One's a package, and then we got a handful of singles, right? So it's the same questions via email. It's the same phone calls. It's like that part of. When people say, "Oh my gosh, business has changed so much," I'm like, "No, it hasn't."
We're selling a townhouse, and anyone can look up what the HOA dues are for any townhouse if they just take a minute or two, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because we didn't include it in the email that we blasted out, a lot of the phone calls. Well, how much is the HOA? I mean, I'm like, really, dude? You don't know how to look that up?
Just look the address up. I guarantee you, there's something that's selling right there in that complex. All you got to do is look at that listing,
right? And then, because these are not listed on MLS, and then the other question is, well, how much are the repairs? Well, I mean,
here's a lockbox code. Go look at it yourself.
Yeah, it's like the number's gonna. First off, whatever number I give you, you're not gonna believe it anyway, right?
I don't believe any number.
Right.
I don't even believe any number we give in our own office. I always go back and like the guys gave me our sales guy, and it's not because anybody's bad or anything. Before I sent these out, I went and looked up the comps and then called the guys and make sure my numbers are right. I mean, I don't believe anybody's numbers unless I look at them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why believe mine?
Right. Because, some guys actually, we know of a couple of investors, more than a couple, that actually do the work. I mean, we know of one guy that's actually hanging doors himself right now. I mean,
I think that's great.
Yeah. And that's not what we teach. But obviously, his cost of door and his cost on this rehab is going to be considerably less than, someone else's. So, and honestly, I think that the play on this is going to be either an end user owner occupant, or it's definitely a landlord play, right, on this particular townhouse.
Yeah.
And there's
I'll tell you right now, if we don't get a number we like, I'm buying it.
Yeah, and in fact,
well, I guess we already own it, but
yeah.
I'm gonna hold it as a rental.
Yeah, and I mean it's only 600 square feet downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So and it rents for $1,000 a month. I mean
and HOA is like $240 a month.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a little cash flowing machine, and I like that market down there too.
And what's amazing to me is, if you want to start being an active investor, two things that I would say that mistakes that rookies make, that just in terms of a mindset shift. It takes a lot of time to go and look at a property. It doesn't take a ton of time to sit at your computer and analyze a deal. I can sit at my computer and analyze about 50 deals in a day, right? Mm-hmm. I can't drive and look at 50 properties in a day because you'd be zigzagging. Now, here's what happens. A lot of people delude themselves by the activity. Remember, we had somebody that basically said, hey, look, I spend 3 hours a day analyzing deals on MLS.
I'm like, why? That's just a waste of time. You're just sitting there. You're dreaming is what you're doing. If I could buy this, it'd be cool. If I could buy that, would be cool.
What they're analyzing is the deal based on the price that's listed on MLS. And I'm like, that's not necessarily the number that you'd be able to buy it at.
No.
For example, we're closing. We actually just pushed the closing. We're supposed to close on it Friday, and the seller wanted to push back the closing because they haven't gotten all their stuff out. And... And
they have a lot of stuff.
They have a lot. It's borderline hoarder house, and so they said, "Hey, can we go ahead and close on Friday and get the stuff out? Come back on Saturday, get the rest of the stuff out." And I'm like, that always from a liability standpoint, that always makes me nervous.
Yeah.
So we said, why don't we just push the closing to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, whatever's convenient for you. Yeah. And the agent, the seller's agent, was like, "Oh, what a great idea!"
Because she's used to retail, right? It's like it's got to close then because somebody's moving in.
Well, because you've got the mortgage people and you've got it's like, hey, it's not that big of a deal. So,
whatever works for you guys, we can buy whenever.
This property was listed for $360.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'd have analyzed that, if I'd have ran it through the numbers don't work. Okay, move on to the next property. No, you know what? What you can do is pick up the phone, call up the agent, talk with them, say, hey, look, you know that number's not going to work. Can I sit down with the seller? And you walk them through.
Well, this is all for our base camp group where we sit down and we train people on how to talk to sellers,
right?
How to talk to real estate agents. We sit down and that conversation, there's only one way to do this the right way. There's a whole lot of ways to do it incorrectly. But there's a way to sit down and have a conversation with a real estate agent and negotiate the deal. One of the things, and I know you guys out there because I hear it all the time, how many of y'all call real estate agents and they never call you back?
I'm curious, does that show the mountain back?
No, it doesn't.
No, okay.
So there's some reasons why they don't call you back. It's how you call. It's how you approach these people.
Right, of course.
So there's a method to executing an offer with a real estate agent. And that's what we did with this agent. We bought the house. It was
$221,500.
Yeah, $221,500.
Only $140,000 off of the list price. And now, and people, when they look at the number on the listing, this is one of my favorite questions. People call up, hey, you know, I see that listing that you've got is because it kind of goes like this. This is exactly how the conversation. Yeah. Is your price negotiable?
That's how you can tell it's amateurs, isn't it? It's amateur hour.
I'm like, you really called to ask that question? I mean, so yeah, of course we can sell it for more.
I had someone call me, and
I said you can, if you want to offer more than list price, you feel free.
Go for it. Yeah. It's negotiable. Could go up, could go down. I don't know. Make me an offer, right? My favorite, a couple weeks ago, I got this phone call. I didn't tell you this. I got this phone call on the way back to the house. It's like 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, and said, hey, you know, I'm calling Jason Bob. I'm like, hey, yeah, this is Jason, which is unusual. I don't get, unless they're like telemarketers, I get very few people that call me that don't, you know, hey, is this Jason? Yeah, this is Jason. What are you talking about? Anyway, so yeah, this is Jason. Well, you know, I'm looking for some properties in Houston. I said, well, you know what? As a matter of fact, so am I.
Yeah.
So
that's odd.
That's weird. So am I.
We have similar goals.
And they said, well, you got this listing on My House Deals. And I'm like, yeah, probably got a couple there. Well, you know, me and my partners are interested in taking a look at one of your houses. I said, well, who are your partners? Well, you know, me and my partners. Well, who's buying the house? Well, I'm buying the house. Well, I said, well, who are your partners then? I said, have you ever bought a house in Houston? No, I haven't, but my partners have. I said, can I talk to your partners? It got real uncomfortable. She said, well, you know, and literally like went into vapor lock. And then I said, well.
So she's a poser.
Yeah, she said, well, my partners buy houses in Florida, which tells me it's some real estate guru out of Florida, right?
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, can I talk to your partners? It's kind of like, can I talk to Daddy?
Yeah,
is
right.
Daddy there?
Yeah.
Can I talk to the adult? Is Mommy there?
Yeah, right.
Can I talk to one of your parents?
Yeah.
So she said, no, never mind. Thanks for
She pulled the ripcord.
She pulled the ripcord right then and was out. So
yeah. You're asking me questions that I should probably know the answers to, and I don't.
Oh, no. But that's the quality of real estate education out there.
Oh,
so
my God, yeah.
It's so funny. Anyways, I get those calls
to make
every now
yourself
and then.
sound more legitimate, say that you just have partners.
Yeah, I have partners.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You
That's
don't need partners
weird.
to do.
Can you imagine working? I want you guys to. Most of the people who listen to this radio show are folks got a little bit of money. You work at a pretty good job. You know, can you imagine? Let's say you're an engineer at Chevron or Shell. Or you call, you know, one of your cohorts that you got. Let's say a contact. You're looking for a contact at another company, or maybe as a vendor relationship, and you call over to like a servicing company and say, hey, John, what's going on? This is Bob over here at Chevron or wherever. Hey, I got your contact from so-and-so. Or you start out with, oh, well, me and my partners. What do you mean your partner? That sounds so weird, right? It's just like, hey, man, I got your contact information, trying to get some info on this product we're trying to buy for this, you know, whatever it is we're trying to build. I mean, you don't know how to people, it amazes me when people like that and get into real estate and they don't know how to have a professional conversation with other business owners, right? It sounds so weird.
You know, it doesn't even have to. What happens is that they would do better if they went back to like junior high awkwardness and just said, "Hey, I'm new at this, and I
don't know what I'm doing."
And you know, we would reach out and go, "Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. We know where you are." But when you pretend to know, like, you know, you
pretend to be something you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop pretending.
It's kind of like going out in the football field, never throwing a football, and now you're going to be the quarterback. And the line looks at you and like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, right.
Receivers are like, what route are we running? I mean, what are we doing here, boss man?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, just, hey, man, I'm new at this.
Yeah.
Not even sure how to throw a football. Do you throw the pointy in first or what? I mean, could somebody give me some tips here before we snap this thing?
Hey, there's nothing wrong at being new at just about
there's
anything.
nothing wrong
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, because
And if you want to be new and you want to learn how to do real estate like we do, come out to our event we got Thursday night. Just go to rightpathrealestate.com and sign up there.
Absolutely. And then we have another event besides that coming up, right?
Ooh, we're going to talk about that here at the beginning of the next segment.
All right, so you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. You can put your fear of calling behind you if you have a question about finding deals, funding deals, fixing deals, disposing of deals. We just have to find an F for disposing. So, anyhow, we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Mike's off.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual
All right,
Mortgage.
Matt's got me
Our
jealous
goal is
now.
to give our borrowers and referral partners
Matt
an
just bought this
amazing
big box
experience during
van.
the loan
We need a
process.
Sprinter.
My team believes
He's
in
gonna
putting people
he's
and
gonna do it
culture
up.
before results.
You know,
Our
put his company logo
concentrates
stuff on it.
building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage.
Let's see.
Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't
It's
wait
been a rough day for you already.
NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehab, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online
Who?
at benchmarkbroker.com.
Oh.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling.
So you want to replace this and do a stand-up sit-down, huh?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
I think it'd be cool to do a stand-up show. I'd rather do that. And then I was asking Andy, he's got the pole over here to
Yeah,
extend the green
right.
screen.
Yeah.
But I'd like to be able to interview people like when they're standing across from us.
Yeah, sure.
I think that'd be cool. Maybe do like a 2-camera thing.
Yeah.
Use a detailed scope of work so that
I just like Armin van Buren's studio. I'm like, how do we make that?
It gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742.
So I met Elijah and the architect at Nina Lee yesterday.
Or reach us on the web at
So we should have drawings
fasttrackremodeling.com.
pretty soon.
Okay. So they're going to do Nina Lee and they're going to do another one, aren't they?
We're having them. I'll talk about it out there, but yeah, the other one that we already own, that big one.
I talked to LT on the way home yesterday, so
good. They go well.
Yeah, I mean, I know where the challenge is.
Yeah,
exactly where it is. We're doing everything else right. It's just this one area.
And give you feedback on value,
30 seconds,
cost of
guys.
repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors.
Yeah, Ginger
and
says
professionals.
people actually appreciate honesty. Gurus do teach you to lie. Most people don't mind if you're new. They were new. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
And don't forget
Hey, good morning,
about our
Sasha.
famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun.
Yeah, that's next week, huh?
Real estate talk.
No, it's the week after next.
Week after
Yeah.
next.
This is Business 1110.
All right, fellas. Hot mics.
All right, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. Yeah, Richard says on here, Tom, you can just wrap the Prius in Houston House Buyers logo. You know, I would do that.
Oh, here's the problem.
Yeah, because I'd probably need to put one of those "How's my driving" stickers on the back, and
I don't want the phone calls.
That number would get blown up.
Between this guy and LT, they drive like maniacs, and I'm like, we don't want that.
We get from point A to point B in a very efficient manner.
Yeah, we had that discussion early on.
Yeah,
and then both of them were like, guys, you don't want the phone calls.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you the other thing too. A lot of homeowners,
yeah,
they want their privacy.
Yeah, they do.
And if you're pulling up
Yeah.
on their street and their neighbors know they're selling the house, and
Yeah.
it's like it gets really weird. So we've never done that. What I want to do is Matt, one of our students, our clients in our base camp group, he's wildly successful in Corpus. He sent me another. I sent him an email last week. I said, "Hey man,
yeah, but
what's
this
going
doesn't
on?"
work in other markets like Corpus.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I'll tell you what. I am so jealous of those of y'all who are in smaller markets. Ginger, who's on our Facebook page, she's up in where is she? Not in
Amarillo.
Lubbock, in Amarillo. I always
Yeah.
get Amarillo and Lubbock mixed up. But you know, this works a lot. What we do works well in any market, but in the smaller markets, it's awesome because the smaller markets, the investors are just so much less sophisticated. Anyway, so Matt posts his picture of this box truck he's going to get, and then he's going to put his logos on it and all that stuff. And I shop off and on for a Sprinter van, really to use as a RV, or to convert into an RV, or and that Andy can use to haul all of our stuff to our travel and road show, if you will. So maybe I need to get back on that. You can get a used one for like $30,000-$40,000. Get a real big one, and it's amazing how much stuff they hold. And they're a diesel, and they get good gas mileage and all that. So I bet it wouldn't surprise me if Matt picked this thing up for a couple $1,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and it's
Probably less than 10.
Yeah, probably less than 10.
Yeah.
And it's a great rolling billboard. Just roll it into the driveway of the house. That
Well,
you're
we've known
working
some
on.
other investors that have used that, oftentimes one of the struggles for a person that's selling a house and they don't have much, they're not getting much at the closing table out of the house because they don't have much equity for the condition it's in.
Mhm.
They don't have the money to move.
Oh,
And so
yeah,
you can
yeah.
just lend that out. Here's what use
Yeah,
my
here's
truck.
here's a truck, man.
You get some buddies. You just lowered the expense, so it just pays itself over and over and
Mhm.
over again.
It's a really cool way to help sellers out, which is really what we're in this business for. I mean, it's one of the things I'm really passionate about right now is the idea, and this is absolutely what's happening. We know that real estate investors are the ones that are going to rebuild after Hurricane Harvey. Homeowners are going to do their part, but a lot of their neighbors are not going to rebuild. They can't. That's one thing. They're not willing to do the work. Here's one thing I'm finding, because I'm comparing notes to some of the other real estate investors in town. Let's say you're a homeowner.
Other real estate investors keep notes?
Yeah, well, they don't keep notes. Let me
Okay,
put it this
all
way.
right.
I'm talking to them. I'm keeping notes.
All
I don't
right,
think they're
okay,
catching
all right,
up.
okay.
So one of the things we're seeing is that FEMA's writing these enormous checks for folks who had insurance, right? And so since they were insured, they're getting like $150,000, $180,000, $200,000 checks.
Right.
And so a contractor is coming along. I'm going to use that term in quotes. Contractor is coming along and saying, hey, I can rebuild your house. What did FEMA give you? $200,000 for a 2,000 square foot house.
Right.
That only flooded on the first floor. And they're like, oh, it just so happens my bid is $200,000. I need
$199,600.
That's right.
You keep $400.
That's right. And I need 50% up front to get the job started.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of that, which
Yeah,
means
that's
there's a
crazy.
lot of people who are going to get taken to the cleaners.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of this thing. So there's going to be a whole slew of people that end up selling a house to us that are half rehabbed, a quarter rehabbed. So I know even the folks that are in the rehab right now, it's not done till it's done.
Yeah.
Like people think, oh, my house is in a rehab. Well, it ain't done till it's done. In fact, I'm already hearing rumors. I have some friends of mine that got flooded in Memorial at their parents' house. Someone who is a friend of theirs who's doing the rehab for them. The progress has stopped, having problems with their business. Now they're seeing stuff on their Facebook page, and they're like, hey, would you guys, what would you got? Could y'all help us out in some fashion? I said, well, give me a call when you are absolutely sure this thing is not going to work out. And so I get the feeling we're going to get a lot of phone calls from half rehabbed, quarter rehab, not even rehabbed houses.
People that have had $20,000 of work done, but they've already spent $100,000.
Right.
And they need more than $100,000 to finish the house. And Yeah, that's going to be a major problem.
And then they're going to realize, well, this contractor took off with my money, and clearly I don't know what I'm doing in hiring a contractor.
Clearly.
So I'm just going to sell the house
Yeah.
as is. And we're like, okay, great, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that's going to take place in Houston over the next, I would guess, 2 years. That's probably about 2 years of that nonsense.
Right.
So, and of course, there's some people who haven't gotten paid and all that other stuff. So, speaking of which, we're going to do a case study this month.
Yes.
We're going to do a case study of a deal we've done. We're going to do a case study of one of our students has done. It's going to be March 15th, and it's open to the public. Anybody can come. It's going to be a blast. We're doing, one of the case studies we're going to do is a mold house. Flipping a mold house.
That's not legal, is it?
It's totally legal. This thing was hairy like it had carpet on the walls. I mean, it was that bad. We've never done one this bad.
It was like an Elvis house. It was velvet carpet on the walls.
It was velvet everywhere.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a Hurricane Harvey house. It was just,
Hey.
I've got the best mold. I'll tell you what, when I buy a mold house, it's the best mold house. So they bought the best mold house. We're going to do a case study on it. How before and after pictures, how you manage the mold job, what's legally required, who to hire, when to hire. I mean, we're going to go through all of that stuff. And that's March 15th. If you go to our website, support at rightpathrealestate.com.
That's a week from tomorrow.
It's a week from tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be next Thursday.
But you don't have to wait till then. See you live on the stage tomorrow night.
That's right. Tomorrow night I'll be doing the intro to income and wealth.
You know what else you're doing tomorrow?
No. What am I?
You're doing the radio show tomorrow.
Oh, you're out of town, aren't
right?
you? Yeah, I'm doing a radio. Hey, looks like I'm gonna be on a radio show tomorrow.
Yeah, just thought I'd pass that task along to you.
Yeah,
yeah. I get on a flight tomorrow morning at 7:30.
I will tell you, somebody's gonna do our. You're doing our Pathfinder meeting tomorrow, right?
I can, yeah.
Good, because I'm not gonna be available.
Right.
I've got a meeting from like 11.
I'll have to do
like
that from Vegas. When I land there, I think I get in at like 10:30.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
no, I get there at 8:30.
Okay,
which is 10:30 our time.
Like half of our team is in Vegas. Not even half. Like 3/4 of our team are in Vegas for the weekend for a conference. So it's it's kind of crazy, but yeah. So it's just like me and Veronica and Andy.
Yeah,
that's it. We're the whole show.
Yeah,
we're the whole shoot
what else
match
do you need?
Yeah, I mean we don't need anything else. So it's so funny when we meet with people. They think Right Path is like 100 people. Now, our student base is about 70 plus, but
people in our base camp
group,
right.
We're in the thousands of folks who've actually attended our weekend events. But what's so funny is they think there's this huge, like 50 people working up here. I'm like, no, it's like a handful of guys. I mean, it doesn't take that much to run this whole thing. But in any case, let's go back to the real estate education side. So you're going. You want to get educated on the mold stuff now.
Yes.
Because here's what I can guarantee that you're going to buy in the next 6 months. A moldy house. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All these banks are going to be either selling the note or foreclosing on moldy houses. So
or short sales.
Or short sales.
I think there's going to be, I honestly, my personal opinion is it's going to be more short sales and note sales than it will be foreclosures.
Assuming the homeowner is going to work with the bank, right? Then
Correct.
there'll be a short sale. Otherwise, they're just going to have to foreclose.
Well, although I don't think that the banks want to own the asset. That's the problem.
I don't think so either.
Because the liability of owning a moldy house for a bank is different than an individual investor.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
We will definitely see. But here's what I do know. If you are an investor in Houston, Texas, you will be buying a moldy house in the next 6 to 12 months. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So learn week from this Thursday how to manage the whole moldy house process. And we'll have one of our students up there to talk. And let me say it this way. To manage, to buy, rehab, fix up, and sell a moldy house and make a profit, we've got to be able to make money on these things. And how do we do it in a responsible way, in a legally responsible way, and in a healthful way to ensure that you do the right things that you need to do in order to make sure the house is a nice house for those buyers eventually.
Yeah, when
or
they
your
bought
tenants.
the house, everybody knows the rule. Most investors know the rule 70% minus repairs, right? But they don't understand where that comes from, that it's primarily a lending rule, not an actual investor rule. What we teach is, all the different costs that go into doing a flip. The selling cost, the holding cost, blah, 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 blah. So, and we want people to be able to understand how to calculate manually you can use the rule of thumb,
right?
But if your holding cost is higher, if your construction cost is higher, whatever, then it's going to be more than the 70% or less than, depending on, and also your exit strategy, right? And because oftentimes people don't, they'll try and buy and holds at 70% minus repair, and those are harder to find. They're not impossible to find; they're just fewer and further between. But all that's to say that it's possible to buy at less than 70% minus repair.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, on this particular case study that we're going to be sharing next Thursday, and you can come for free. That's one of the best parts. But they actually bought it at 58% minus repair. So imagine buying a flip house at 58% minus repairs.
Well, and so let's talk about that for a second. When you're taking on that much risk, you have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to buy these things deep. Because what's the risk of a house that's in that bad a shape? It was so bad they didn't even show it.
Right.
And that's where this is going.
Not the investors, not our students, but it was listed on MLS. Actually, it was listed by an agent, but never put on MLS because the broker was concerned about whether or not that they would have liability for putting a house on MLS and having inexperienced people walk through a moldy house and not taking the proper precautions, for that, and the health concerns. Would they get sued later for hey, you didn't tell me, you didn't make it really clear, I had no idea, all of that, so what were the liabilities to keep from getting sued? And so they sold it really off market, even though it was listed by an agent.
All right, we get back from the break. We'll talk more about building your income and wealth with real estate. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Hi, Clint Coons here, attorney and avid real estate investor. You know the greatest mistake real estate investors make is not understanding the potential liability that exists from owning real estate. At Anderson Business, Legal, and Tax Advisors, we specialize in protecting real estate investors in all 50 states. In addition to structuring your business for optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under the law. We have 150 employees that range from lawyers to CPAs to estate planners and much more. Download our free ebook, The Invisible Investor Strategy, today at AndersonAdvisors.com or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at 800-706-4741. Anderson Business Advisors will help you keep more of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741 and mention Right Path Real Estate.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred
All right,
return and
15
up to a
seconds.
13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
This is Business 1110.
All right, fellas, we ready?
Ready.
All right, guys, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. So you said you want to talk about something when we got back from the break. Didn't you?
Yeah, we got our free event coming up this tomorrow night.
Yes.
We've got, we're wholesaling a bunch of properties. If you guys want to get on our buyers list, email buyerslist@houstonhousebuyers.com. You can sign up there. Wholesaling a whole bunch of stuff here in the next week or so. We've got our big mold case study.
That'll be exciting.
How to flip and how to do flooded rental properties. So we do at these case study events, we'll do a flip and a rental property, and then if we'll do a wholesale deal, we'll throw that in. But right now we're doing a flip and a rental property. We're going to share with you both of those case studies, before and after pictures and videos and all that sort of stuff. We're going to talk about the numbers. How do we find them? How do we fund them? What do we buy them for? What the rehab costs? How much money we're going to make when we sell them or rent them? How much equity you're going to capture? All of that stuff. It's our student deals and a couple of ours. And then we're going to do a little introduction to real estate there as well. That's March 15th, week from tomorrow. Go to rightpathrealestate.com and sign up there. So that's our event schedule coming up. And then I guess I ought to mention this. I don't know if it's live on our website yet. The little bus tour we do, our property bus tour, is wildly popular. It is a great event. It costs $150, and we drag you around town and show you various stages of rehab and a handful of properties that our students are in the middle of, or we're in the middle of. We do a lot of properties. It's not uncommon for us to be on the same street with a couple of our students. So if you're looking at flip properties, if you're looking at rental properties, hey, Jason, what do these things look like? What do they smell like? That's my favorite part. You know, the fun part of the bus tour is what's the nastiest house we can take people to. So that's the first Saturday of the month. So won't have it until April, but if you go to rightpathrealestate.com, if it's not, if the link isn't live yet to sign up for that, you can just send us an email or sign up for our email list. We'll send it out that way.
Support at Right Path Real Estate.
Yeah, support at Right Path Real Estate. And then if you want to learn, if you want to get immersed in
how
to do this
got to
business.
say that's an email address. It's
Oh my gosh.
support at rightpathrealestate.com.
It is not a web address.
I actually had somebody called me yesterday and said, hey, I went to support at rightpathrealestate.com and there's nothing there. And I'm like, no.
That's an email address,
That's not
bro.
a web address. That's an email address. So welcome to the 21st century.
Yeah, welcome to 1997.
Yeah.
So, and then our weekend retreat's coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. If you want to learn how to build income and wealth with real estate, send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate. We have a special going on for that event right now. It's regularly $11.97. If you guys send an email to Veronica today, support at Right Path Real Estate, we'll give it to you for $197. So send an email to support at Right Path Real Estate for that special. Do it for $1,000 off. That's $197 for the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. So thanks for listening, guys. And I'll be in studio tomorrow, sounds like, for Build Your Team Thursday. We'll have 3 great vendor partners that help us build our real estate business and our income and wealth with real estate. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening.
All right, fellas, have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.